Hey, this is Mr. Dan with Touch Technologies, and today we're going to talk about conditionals, but first a little bit about Sheerpower, which is the language we're discussing. Sheerpower is a programming language that's designed for doing business applications. It's called the domain of the language. An example is C and C++. Their domain is building compilers and building, writing programming languages in them, and all kinds of nitty-gritty sort of things. The same with Rust and some other ones. Sheerpower's domain is indeed building business applications, and in this particular tutorial we're going to talk about conditionals. Sheerpower supports conditional statements that alter the instruction flow based on the expression being true or false. So what does that mean? Well, normally when you're running a program, it starts at the first line of code, and goes all the way down to the last line of code. Conditionals allow you to alter that flow, and we allow Boolean operators such as AND operators, such as if A is true and B is true, then do something. If John is less than 21 and he has a girlfriend, then such and such. That's an example of an AND. And OR is John is 21, or if he has a girlfriend, then such and such. XOR is a little bit more obscure. It has to do with, it returns a true value if one condition's true and the other one is false. And there's some special cases with XOR where it is helpful indeed. And of course the NOT operator is the opposite, so it converts a false to a true and it converts a true to a false. So here's an example, of course, here. If 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, which it is, then print this is true. So when we run this code, it'll print this is true. 10 plus 20 equals 5. That is false. None of that is true. So therefore this will say this is true. 10 plus 20 is not equal to 5. That's one way to do it. We could actually do it with a not equal symbol as well here. We can also do multi-line results from a condition. So we can say if 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, then, and then a block of code. Print it's true, print that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Else means it wasn't this. Print, I guess it's untrue. And if, pretty simple. Here's a more sophisticated one. We have a word, frog. We have a sentence. This frog is huge. We're going to use the match word function, which is used to match words in sentences or paragraphs or even large documents with a given keyword. Say if the match word of the sentence of my word was greater than 0, which means that it found the word frog, then print found frog, whatever the word is for frog. So that's great. That's how that one works. At times, there are multiple related condition statements where as soon as one's found to be true, we're done testing. Sheerpower provides two major ways to do this. The first is the else-if statement. In languages like Python, I believe they call it elif. Believe it or not, in a programming language called Bliss from long ago, they would use if then else's, and then at the end of the if they do phi's. So there's lots of ways to do these things. In our case, we use else if, which you can see right here. So we enter a color, such as my color, we ask for an age, and then we're going to go through this sort of cascading series of conditionals. The first one that is true will then cause the code under it to run, and then that's it. We won't check the next cases. So if my color is blue or my color is green, we're going to say you entered blue or green, and we are not going to try this conditional or this one or this one or this one. We're going to drop all the way from here down to the end if. All the way from here, all the way down to here. If it's not blue or green, then we're going to test this condition, which is the yellow condition, say the color of the sun. Else if purple and age is 21, you see we have an and in here. Then under the age of 21, and it's purple, because that's how it gets here, purple, age of 21. Else if, maybe it wasn't purple, but they are under 21, you are under the age of 21, else, I don't know the color, and have no opinion on the age, and there we print that out. Okay, so that's multi-way, so that's kind of cool. The other way to do this is, given a case to be true, block of code is executed, no further cases are evaluated. The case else statement's used as a catch-all if none of the other case statements evaluate to true. So here we go. So we say here we're asking for an age, select case is the syntax, starts here, goes all the way down to here to the end select. We're going to say, okay, they have an age they entered in. If they entered in 18 or 21, possible drinking ages, case is less than 16. There's a logical statement. It's part of cases. Then we'll say 16 or under. Case else, nice general age. We're going to tell them the age and then end select. If we did not have the case else, and let's say their age was 5 or something, if we did not have this case else, this would cause a runtime exception because we did not cover the case statement. So case statements are kind of nice that way, that they make sure you cover all the cases that are needed. And now let's take a look at some of this code. And here we go. If 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, then print this is true. If not, 10 plus 20 equals 5, and print true. Blah, 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 all the way down here. We'll put a delay in here. We'll run this code. And here are the results. So indeed, 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's true. If not, 10 plus 20 equals 5. That's true. Okay. Down here, we're looking for frog. Found frog. Excellent. Moving forward. Here's the code here to enter the color. Let's do blue. Enter your age. 19. You are under the age of 21. Okay, good enough. Let's try it again. Your age. Let's put in 12. 16 or younger. There we go. So that's how these conditionals work in Sheerpower. They're very powerful. They're really, really easy to implement, as you can see. And that concludes this tutorial on conditionals. Thank you very much.